So, in light of talking about you and making you your own, we are going to learn from the Storia architect himself, Ryan McConnell. He's going to give us a quick tutorial on how to draw you, or at least the baseline template of you. From there, you can always make you your own, but this is how Ryan typically draws you. Is that correct, Ryan?
Yeah, that is correct.
All right.
Now, do you guys want? There's two ways we can draw you. Okay. The first is how you'd see in like one of those how to draw books, where it's like first you draw this line, and then you draw this line, and then you have a U at the end, right? Or I can show you how I drew them in the journal, where I actually have like it's kind of a sketchy baseline, and then I add on to it.
Let's do both.
What do you think?
Can we try both styles?
Sure.
Let's try both.
Yeah. All right. Just because it's what I've been used to doing, we'll start with the way that I draw it in the journal. So this is going to require some sketchy lines. You should probably have a pencil, as well as an eraser, and maybe even a pen or a Sharpie to go over your lines with, or a marker.
Well, I have a pen,
things?
and Kyle has a black colored pencil. So,
do you have just a regular old 2B anywhere? No.
Somehow the headquarters of our journal company.
You guys did not come prepared for art class. Okay. So how about I show you how I draw it, and then we'll say, because you guys can't really erase with what you have. So we'll save those ready utensils for okay. So when I draw you in the journal, I start with this head. Round little circle, right? Not always a perfect circle. You see I'm just going kind of lightly sketching here. I use a different color than black just so I can tell what my sketches are and what the lines are, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has two eyes. They're vertical ovals, and they're usually pretty close together. A lot of people draw you incorrectly. They do it like, it's like, no, who's this? Who's that guy?
It does look pretty different.
That's not you. I don't know who that guy is, right? The head doesn't really change that much. Here's the body. I draw like a little rectangle usually. Depends what U I'm drawing. Am I drawing the IMA U? Am I drawing the LOI U? Which U should I draw this time, guys?
Go ahead and draw the LOI.
Okay.
U.
Classic.
Yeah.
U.
Yes. U
classic. U's got legs. Little feet. The line of his body and his legs should kind of line up a little bit like that.
Okay.
His arms here. Fingers. It's kind of just a standard sketchy U. If you wanted to start with a stick figure, then draw the shapes around it, that also works. But that's kind of just your basic naked U, right? LOIU has a kind of a dashing hat with a feather in it for the beginning of the journal, the first act. Start at the brim of the hat. It's not too different from his IMA hat, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
The hat, the actual like body of the hat should be at least as wide as his head. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense, right? If you have a hat that's like, too little, it looks stupid, right? So you want to make sure it's as wide as the head is. And all these lines, as you see, I'm erasing them as I go, just so the overlaps aren't going to be there in the final thing.
See.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nice
Right?
and big. That's great.
Little band on his hat, feather. I start by drawing the spine of the feather. I don't know what you call it. I'm sure bird experts can tell me, but it's kind of fluffy.
Ooh.
Right?
Wow. You make this look so easy.
I've kind of drawn him a few times. Now to get to his outfit down here, he wears a cape, or they wear a cape again. I can stop calling them he. You is everybody. He's got sleeves, kind of into the sleeves here. They wear a belt.
Oh yeah. I forget about the belt.
And they have kind of like a tunic, where kind of like Link from Legend of Zelda, where it's like this kind of skirt thing.
Right.
That connects.
Yeah.
Right? And the legs just kind of stick out of it.
Pretty high skirt.
It is. It does make more sense though. Yeah. I feel like making the tunic a little longer it puts it all together. Like it changes it from like an IMAU to an
Yeah,
LOIU.
And this is just real sloppy quick U here. Use cape is really fun to draw because you can kind of have a lot of fun wiggly lines here.
Ooh.
Give them kind of like some blustering in the wind here.
Wow, this is really good.
Right?
This is insane.
So that'd be the sketch I would use to ink over. In the journal, I actually use like a fake mechanical pencil, like a black pencil, instead of like so like I already use like the pen in this program I use, which is Clip Studio Paint. Oops, layer. Need to make a new layer for that. It's very like, you know, thick and defined and everything. I use a pencil tool, so it has a little bit of a texture to it. It gives the journal a little more character, makes it feel a bit more like hand-drawn instead of very clean. Right, so now we go in. So it's okay to use the undo tool in your digital art or an eraser in real life. Right. Anyway, I would go over the lines like so. Kind of going in and trying to make sure that, as you know, it's not really sticking super close to the lines, but I want to make sure it has that same, you know, same energy to it, the same sort of, same feel, right? A lot of times if you go exactly on the lines, it feels kind of stiff and wooden. So I try to like, you know, improvise a little bit as I'm drawing, right?
Yeah, I can see why having a pencil would be very important for this part.
Absolutely. Which is why you guys need to bring your supplies to art class next time.
The hat is so cool. It's one of my favorite
That's fun to
parts.
draw. And also in the journal, I do a lot of hatching, like shading with
Right.
pencil lines. So it's a good spot to do that. Is like under the hat here.
That's right.
A little bit of shadow. It's all about your line weight, right? The darker the line, the more shadow and more emphasis it puts on things. So this feather should kind of get out of control here. It's all right. It's fine.
The hat creases too are so distinct.
There's more creases in a wizard hat, just a few more. IMAU. It's hard to turn off the sketch layer, so you kind of have a, you know,
Yeah,
you would find in the journal, right?
this is amazing. I could watch this all day.
I know.
Well,
It's like how it's made.
yeah, you're watching to learn. You're going to draw one of your own in a minute here. So
Yeah.
Wouldn't get your hands. I wouldn't get your hopes too. I said hands because you're drawing hands. But I wouldn't get your hopes too high on this.
The hands are the hardest part
Yeah.
because
Yep,
Kyle and I have
every
tried
artist-
to draw.
every artist has trouble with hands.
Okay, makes me
What
feel
is it
the
about hands? That
professionals.
make it, what is it about hands that make it so hard?
Okay, if you just look at your hands too long, like you're in real life, they look really weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They shouldn't look the way they do. They're kind of just at the end of your arm. Fingers are weird. They have too many joints, too much perspective involved in drawing hands a lot of the time. They're just a weird part of your body. So every time you draw them, you always have to like, is that how a hand actually looks? You look at your own hand, like, I guess it does kind of, you know, like you have to kind of get over that hump.
Terms with it, yeah.
Yes, yes. So a lot of what I did in art school, we did a lot of like gesture drawings and life drawing class, and we did hand sketches, like specifically we spent a whole day working on hands.
Man,
Hands are weird.
hands are weird. That's today's
Yeah.
lesson. Yeah, hands are weird. This is so fun. I love seeing this come to life. So why
Yeah, I can
Why
talk about
does-
this. I'm sorry.
no, that's all right. Why does you have 4 fingers? What was
No,
the top
that's a
behind
good question. Sometimes he actually has 5. It depends on what I'm drawing.
that? Really?
If you look back at old cartoons, like in the 1940s, even through like, look at The Simpsons, right? They all
Yeah.
have 4 fingers because 4 fingers are easier to animate than 5. I know it's not animation, but ever since I was a kid, I was like, cartoon characters gotta have 4 fingers. That's just how they are. And so with 4 fingers, it's easier to draw like kind of more like broad expressions of your hands. Your hands make expressions when you gesture at them, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of in my head that, oh yeah, cartoon characters, they gotta have 4 fingers, even though it's a still drawing. It's not animation at all. You could have more, maybe 5. And this hand I think is already kind of too big.
That hand is, you can just like shrink it.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
I will say, Nick and I probably give you the most feedback on use hands. Whenever we see new things,
Yeah.
we always come at you.
It was just the one time where you.
I just have to remind you guys, hands are weird. They look strange. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Right. Just draw what's real.
It's true.
Like this.
Man, this is
honestly superhero you wouldn't be that different than LOIU.
I mean, we've drawn superhero you before.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah, there was a spot in Quarantine Quest. I think the second Quarantine Quest.
Yeah,
we did.
Quest too.
We did. I think the last week of it is superhero themed.
This cape is a little. Now you mentioned it. This cape is kind of crazy. Like I should tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, I like the detail of being able to see the front and the inside of it, or the back and the inside of it, I should say. Wow.
So that is a quick and dirty U, right? Some shadow underneath him. Wow, what a good guy. Now this is a pretty janky U. I can tell already. I would need to do a lot of editing.
What is the issue with this particular U?
So here's something that artists do or should do, and I try to do, is you should always flip your art and see how it looks flipped. The reason is because it's different actually. It's kind of interesting because since our culture reads right to left, you view images from left to right. That's how you read. We view images the same way. We start on the left and we move right. And so if you look at it from left to right, it might look correct. It might look good. But then you flip it. And you can see how and there's maybe mistakes you're not seeing because you're only looking at it from that one perspective. So let me flip that.
It's like a philosophy lesson with Ryan.
I know.
It is a little bit.
You're telling me that you flip every piece of art?
I try to.
You can't see it.
So there's a difference, right? Now we're reading it from left to right, with the right side now being the left side, right?
Yeah.
I say the left eye bothers me.
Yeah, see? It didn't bug you before.
No.
But now it does, right?
Yeah, wow.
So I either need to make that eye smaller or bigging up this eye, right?
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I see now his feet don't really line up when you do left to right. I can
like kind of tilted.
They kind of tilted, right? Right. So I need to fix that. Maybe I'll just try. I'll try to do the quick and easy way, the quick and dirty way here, and just do the select tool. I think it's okay. They've got a little bit of a jaunty, pushing their hip out a little bit. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
This is so interesting.
This isn't mine. Like
melting. I never have heard the right to left thing. Left to right, right to left.
His arms are a little off too. I think this arm needs to be a little wider here. I didn't really see it before, but I'm seeing. A
little more protein.
He's been hitting the weights.
Yeah. Yep. A little more protein over there.
I could probably make this cape a little like even this side as well.
All right.
For some reason, I feel like there's like a velvet like inside to that cape.
Yeah, it's probably soft, probably kind of
like furry.
It looks cozy.
Yeah.
It's pretty frustrating that we don't wear capes normally as a society.
Pretty cool. Also in the hat here, I can see that the kind of where the brim, it does kind of like bends in here, which wouldn't line up. That's gonna make this brim a little bigger in general. Usually the problem is that one side is wider than the other, like it's too wide on one side instead of the other. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Now I see this hat is kind of going too. I said it looks stupid if you make it too small, but not looks stupid if I made it too big. So I'm gonna fix it.
It does look a little too big.
Yeah, and I only noticed it going this way too.
Right.
It looks like a kid wearing their older brother's clothes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It actually was a big problem when they started bringing Japanese comics over to the U.S. manga. They were afraid people wouldn't want to read right to left because, why would they? They're used to reading left to right. So they would flip all the art. And all the artists in Japan would get really upset because they had to see their art flipped now. And it looked really weird to them. Like it didn't match what they thought it would look like in their heads, right? You could tell the really good manga artists because when they flipped their art, it would look just as good both ways. So there's a few like Rumiko Takahashi, like there's a few that like had a really good sense of structuring their art.
It's incredible. I really learned something today. I did not know about this.
This is wild.
So now I'll flip you back and see if it's improved. Hopefully it is.
Oh yeah.
That's improved, right? Yeah.
That's a heck of a U right there.
That's a heck of a U.
Man, ours are not going to be this good.
Yeah, I'm excited for the draw. I'm excited for the.
Listen, it's not a competition. It's not a competition, guys.
Starts coloring it in.
Coloring.
Yeah, I can do that right now.
Anyway. Amazing. The green
it's
hat.
on a separate layer. Anyway, let's do yours now, huh?
All right.
Less detailed one. All right, let's make a new one.
We'll just kind of follow along with you.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is going to be the how to draw book where it's like it doesn't really teach you the structure of how it looks, but it's going to make it it's going to be more direct, I guess. Again, do you want to do classic LOIU? Do you want to do IMAU?
Let's do LOI again.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So you notice when I did this one, when I did the sketch, I drew like the whole circle for the head. Whereas in this one, we're not going to do that because you don't have erasers. So we'll start by drawing kind of like a circle crescent. No, that's wobbly. It's hard to draw a circle than you'd think. Even me went to art school. It's hard to draw a circle sometimes. Kind of like that shape. Like a fishbowl that's wide open at the top, right?
Got it. Okay.
Okay, now we need to use eyes. Black ovals. His eyes are always, I try to make them like an eyes width apart. So that's like, let me just show you real quick. So if I were to like have a third eye, it would fit pretty much identically in the middle, right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so
the
they're
eyes width apart.
Yeah. I can now delete this later because I don't want to
Okay.
3ID here. There we go. All right. Let's do the hat line, the bottom of the brim, wavy line. It tilts up on the one side.
Uh-oh.
Let me know if I'm going too fast.
Mine's
I'm
already
serious.
not looking good.
Well,
all right.
Should brought an eraser.
That's probably true.
Do the rest of the hat line.
All right.
Kind of follows parallel to the other one.
I hope people are following along.
You want to try to line them up as best you can. If you want to get fancy, this is where you do your little hatching lines, your shading bits.
Mine already looks like Despero.
That's okay.
Nice.
Be a
Yeah.
mouse.
Very Despero-esque.
Let's see if we don't have erasers. We're going to do the feather before we do the rest of the hat.
Okay.
So feather, I draw like the middle part of the feather, the back part of the feather, and the, like, what do you call these? They call it bits of a feather. What's that weird word? What do they call it? I don't know. the feather fluff, whatever you call it, little things that stick out, right?
Yeah.
So I do curved lines in. So you can see they kind of like, it's like drawing, almost like drawing like a cloud, but you start kind of like, it's like a pattern.
Got it.
Got it. Okay. Now for the hat. Again, you want to start it kind of like on the edge of Yu's head here. Oops, already I'm starting wrong spot. It's a curved line. If you want to fold in the hat, this is where you could put it at the end there. Oops.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
That's okay. You can have a forward-facing hat as well. Nothing.
No, it's thick.
That's okay. That's okay. Sure, it's fine. And you draw the band on his hat.
It's a sharp,
well.
sharp tip.
That's Yu's head.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right. You guys doing okay?
Should we show our progress so far?
Yeah, let's see what you got so far.
All right. Yeah. Get to hold it up to the camera.
Not bad. That's pretty good.
See where
I like
it gets
it.
thick at the top, though?
No, I think that's cool. It's good. It's good. Let's see yours.
Yeah.
Down a little bit. Oh yeah, you guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work.
All right.
Let's continue.
All right.
It's gonna
Thanks
get
for
more
the encouragement.
challenging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick and Kyle are going to draw the next journal. So
Yeah.
So now we'll do the collar of Yu's cape. So I start by drawing a line coming out of the head like this. Make like a little V shape. That's Yu's
Okay.
neck there. Okay. Actual cape itself curves around like that. And we'll get back to that one in a minute. Maybe don't draw that last line I just drew. Keep it like that for now.
Okay.
Okay. You guys good?
Yep.
All right. What pose should you be in? What do you think? Standing, waving,
do the
with a
power
sword.
pose.
Oh yeah.
Let's do
Hit.
power pose. We don't have to draw hands.
Arms
Yeah.
akimbo. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Let's. Oops. What happened? Okay. Let's draw the sides of Yu's body. Gets wider as it goes down. Not too wide, or Yu's gonna have a little pot belly, but that's, you know, it's up to you. Could have a stout Yu. That's all right.
Yeah. It's almost Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you know.
Thanksgiving you.
Thanksgiving. All right. Arms. Start with the top line of the left here. You want to make it like a noodle shape, right?
Oh, like the elbow pasta.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is elbow. It makes sense. We're not going to get super detailed with the fingers or anything here. You picked a good pose because it'd be easier to draw.
That was a good call, Kyle.
Draw the cuffs on Yu's tunic. If you want to draw little finger lines here, you can. Now we've kind of figured out where Yu's waist is, so we can put their belt in as well. This part's kind of
My hands look like the way they draw like a cooked turkey's feet.
That's okay. We're keeping it simple. It's close to Thanksgiving. You just said so. So
And maybe that's why I did that.
you're thinking you're getting hungry. Mine do
belt
too.
buckle
to be
too
fair.
small. I made my belt buckle too small and it just looks like a belly button.
Oh man, you're drawing handsome you over there. Your you has kind of that jawline, you know.
I just kind of got like a long torso. I didn't mean to make it that way. Just happened.
I gave mine really, really long arms.
That's okay. He's got Marfan syndrome or whatever. Like the thing we got long. You're real gangly.
Mm.
Other arm now.
This one you started with the small one.
I did. And the inner The inner arm. It's just how I did it. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way. Again, not my best you, but since you guys don't have erasers, I'm not going to erase anymore either.
Yeah.
I got to have solidarity.
My left arm on this use.
See, this is why I usually sketch it out and try to structure him first, right?
Yeah.
Anyway. You guys okay? Am I going too fast?
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
this is great.
Next step. Legs. You want to make it power pose. Let's make them kind of wide, a wide stance here.
Finish the bottom part of this tunic here.
Pointy shoes.
Pointy shoes. Those are probably too pointy than more pointy than I usually draw them, rather.
Yeah.
But it'll do. Okay, this use. I'm sorry, we'll have to do a little bit of undo here. There's some things I just can't abide by. Yeah, these two legs are two different thicknesses and the feet are two different lengths. And you know what? It's fine.
You're telling me.
Let's make it into a beautiful oops. It's on purpose.
Yeah, no such thing as a mistake, only happy accidents.
Exactly.
That's the spirit.
All right. You guys have Yu's body drawn?
More or less.
Okay.
Yeah,
Either way, more or less is good.
Should we show the progress?
Let's wait till the cape is done. We're almost done.
Okay.
Keep that line going. We'll keep it a little more simple than how I drew it before.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I fell behind.
Sorry.
That's
That's
okay.
what we're doing. So the
Start at
line
the top.
kind of starts here. You kind of do it around. You can do it even like behind the elbow. Depends how much you want the cape to be blustering in the wind, right?
That's fair.
Oh yeah, that brings it all together though. That's a great touch.
Right. If you want to get fancy, like I did in the other one, you can draw the separation between the outside of the cape and the inner part of the cape.
Yeah, that part was really cool.
Only if you want to, though.
Oh, I never back down from a challenge.
All right.
I probably should have in this particular scenario, but
You know what? It's okay. You want to do more fancy shading
The
lines
other
to kind of bring it all together. You can do a little bit under the tunic, like where the legs would be in shadow a little bit. You can do some underneath Yu's feet. Even do a little bit
Oh no.
under his cape if you wanted. And a little bit of shadow under the chin, maybe if you wanted to do like that. Again, this Yu, I give my Yu big old B minus maybe. I think it could be better.
if yours is a B minus, then
That's me. I'm judging myself, right?
yeah, I guess you
I'm
are the person who
comparing
came
it
up
to
with
the you in my imagination, which no one else can see.
It's true.
No one else can see the you that's in your head right now. They can see mine that I drew, but
Let's just say if you were to fight my you would want to catch a mean left hook more than a right hook. 'Cause-
okay.
yeah.
And when you're done, you can present your U's. Let me take a look. All right, let's make that one like, oh, that's good. That's good looking U. The one arm is longer than the other, but you know, it's all right. It's like a perspective thing. It's cool.
That's what I'm saying. The reach is like
Yeah.
I forgot my finger marks on his. Sorry, on their hand here. Okay.
All right,
Here we
let's
go.
see your U. Oh yeah. He's a dapper Dan. Look at that. He's got dainty little feet.
handsome you coming at you.
That's a real
I know,
handsome U.
my U's like 6'1",
Yeah.
wears like size 4 shoes.
Yeah. So
Look how pointy this foot is.
I know.
That's a
Yeah,
sharp foot.
that is a very sharp.
To be
foot.
fair, I drew a really sharp foot too, and I shouldn't have. It was bad
See, like,
instruction.
your guys cross hatching like under the arm looks really good. Mine just looks like armpit hair.
So does mine.
No. I see it as hatching. I see it as drawing. Now, again, if I were to turn this into a finished you drawing, I would probably, make his body a little smaller, just because usually Yu's head is the biggest part of them. So I'd probably make their body a little smaller.
It's not bad though.
It's
Kyle,
not
yours
bad.
is really good for using a colored pencil.
You think
Like,
a colored
I-
pencil is a
I use a fountain pen. I feel like I had a huge advantage here.
is a colored pencil a disadvantage? I feel like colored pencil is an advantage.
I feel like you can be more exact with this.
You
Though,
get
Yeah,
more-
that's fair.
which
But
I think helps.
I think a colored pencil has maybe more expressiveness to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Mine feels warmer.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, mine feels terrifying.
I think again, if I were to flip the art, just because I'm neurotic and I have to see how it looks, just in case.
Ooh.
So he's not
Yeah.
terrible, but you
Not
start to see the flaws.
It always comes out in the eyes first.
Yeah, the
yeah,
eyes,
this is
because that's what everyone's eyes are drawn to first, right? You see a
Right.
person, you're drawn to make eye contact with them.
Man,
Yeah.
that's so fascinating.
Same with drawing.
I feel like whenever I draw you, I just make you look like he's like an awkward teenager. Or
Yeah.
they're look like
Well,
an awkward. It's like
you was
it's
kinda
like they're like
supposed to be.
lanky and they're,
Well,
which is so
you is
wrong.
supposed to be an expression of you, and maybe that's
That's how you
felt
feel.
about your teenage years.
Oh my gosh, I
Ah,
didn't think
maybe.
about that.
It's a subconscious thing.
Oh my goodness, deep
It's
down inside,
art is an expression, yeah. of
gangly.
your-
I'm just a gangly teenager with a hat on
And apparently, I have sharp feet in my own subconscious.
and heavily rely on one side of your body.
And if you want to see how yours would look flipped, you can hold it up to a light source and kind of look through your page. That's always fun to do.
Oh. I don't think I did not.
You
pick a
know,
good
I don't
page.
hate the eyes. The eyes are something I'm actually.
They
okay
look- They're
with.
pretty even, Kyle.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You picked it. I can't do that with this because this is the end paper.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you can.
I think overall, I think that you guys did a great job.
The legs could use some help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always a challenge.
Legs are hard.
A lot of times, what I should have done with you guys, but again, didn't have pencils. Couldn't erase it.
All
I
right,
like-
all right.
I had to say, usually I didn't do the other one either, which I really should have. I draw like a baseline, like a, I guess it'd be like the ground, the line where his feet should meet, like a straight line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would have helped a
Just
little bit.
kind of help me figure out. See, even now I can see, okay, I would need to rotate you a little bit because his feet are not meeting it. And sorry, I keep calling you he and his. But again, if you is supposed
That's
to
all
be me, I'm just reflecting how I see them because I see them as
Exactly.
me.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah, that's what we always say. Yeah.
So now that I adjusted his feet right
Yeah,
to that line, I think it really helps.
I think so too.
Doesn't feel like he's about to fall over.
Right. This is.
Or he's like walking up a mountain or something.
I really hope that people followed along with this because
Yeah.
I did this in my journal and I feel like this is going to be a part of my journal forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun little drawing of
I
you
did
that
this in
have.
someone else's journal, so mine will not.
Yeah, you did it in a
Now, if
Just
you
a
did your own you should
companion
post
journal.
it to the Heroes Quarters. I want to see them. I want to see them work.
Ooh,
Even
Yes.
bonus points if you're able to customize it to make it look like your son.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be super.
Post
If I were to
your
make
you
it like
to the
me, I
Heroes
would give him
Quarters.
some fluffy bangs in the front, Other way,
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Other things are the other way.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, this is the Ryan
Ooh, the-
you.
The bangs.
You have a bunch of hair sticking out because I haven't given myself a haircut in a little while.
Wait, I have to give my you a mustache.
Yeah.
I'd have sideburns on this you.
You make a mustache. Well, I guess you can make a mustache with no mouth.
Would you give this you a mouth because it's you?
If you want to. I don't think I would though. I think a human, which is the species of you, right?
Yeah.
They don't have an outward facing mouth. I don't think they show mouths
Wow.
in my mind.
That looks really good, Ryan. I was trying to give my you a mustache, and it looks terrifying.
It looks like a
It
jackal.
looks like a jack-o'-lantern now. I was thinking, oh yeah, you could just make a mustache. Nope, it just looks like a mouth.
Yeah, I like Ryan's mustache better. Look at that.
See, you wanna
Yeah, what
maybe
was I
draw
thinking?
instead of drawing a black one, you might want to draw like the shape of the mustache.
We're too far in for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Handlebar,
Yeah. There you
little
go.
beard.
It's like he drives a truck.
Oh yeah.
All right. Maybe give him
It's looking
eyebrows.
a little bit better.
See, of course, with me, it would have to like half the face would just be a big
Front
pointy
swans.
nose. So I probably wouldn't draw that on this hue.
Yeah.
I like the one eyebrow though.
Yeah, the other one's covered up by that bangs.
Yeah.
So,
You kind of got a Dwayne the Rock Johnson eyebrow going
Okay.
I
on.
do. I know.
I think I fixed it a little bit.
It's not that he was cooking.
This is just a Ron Swanson mustache. All right, Ryan,
Right,
give me the rating.
How's the mustache?
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I think it would look less like a jack-o'-lantern if you gave him like a little bit of black hair around the edges, maybe like kind of at the top of his head, maybe.
That's a good point. I don't have black hair though.
You know,
I
it's
know you
crazy. It's crazy how much more it looks like you with just adding hair.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
just adding hair. Like that's right. I see it.
It's
Mhm.
easy to pick the things you're known for. If you got glasses, give him glasses. If you got
You get a little ombre at the bottom there.
if you got freckles, you can give him freckles. If you got a piercing or like something like that, think about ways that can make it look like yourself with just simple drawing.
Yeah.
Mine's just like a South Park character now. Look at this.
Yeah, he does look a little bit. He looks like Stan's dad, maybe
Right. Yeah.
a little bit. Randy, right?
Yeah. It looks like Randy. You're really good at drawing your own hair. That
Yeah.
looks really good,
Thank you.
man. Anyway.
Yeah. You're gonna walk into a hair salon. You're gonna be like, "Can you make my hair look like this?" And it's gonna be a drawing.
Yeah.
You're
Drawing,
gonna be like,
yeah.
I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
See, when I was an art teacher, we did a lot of self-portrait type things with the kids.
Mm.
So I got used to having to draw myself.
Mm.
And so
Ooh. Teal.
Teal.
I'm just coloring. I'm just having
Good
fun.
color. Great. Well,
Anyway, show me your
this was-
views. Please post them.
yeah. Post
I'm
your use
serious.
to the Heroes Quarters.
You could make a thread. I want to see them.
Yeah, we will make a thread. I think there's a break after this session here,
Yeah.
so that will give you a good opportunity. I really like this color scheme you're going with,
Yeah.
here, Ryan.
Thank you. I think the inside of the cave should be different color, kind of like Dracula.
I think you're teasing the Miami Vice journal.
A little bit, it is a little bit, kind of, yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit of those colors, right? I think if
The
I
joke
did
is
it-
that you wears the same thing. The Miami
Yeah.
Vice journal.
he wears a little fantasy tunic, or he's on top of a Trans Am or something.
We
Slide
call it
across
Miami
it.
Vice fantasy cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
the
fantasy
Andre
police.
3000 journal or something.
Let me get the most Miami Vice colors.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Well, there is kind of freedom to explore time after this.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us as we draw you.
Mhm.
And hopefully you found that insightful as much as I did and learned something new about the whole flipped drawing thing. We will be back. I think our next, let me check really quick.
I think the next thing on the itinerary is
We're going to do a quick writing session / interview with NaNoWriMo's, I think he's like the chief of staff, I think is what it's called, or
yeah.
something like that. Grant, who's super great.
Super.
That's going to be at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, if you're a writer or a person who aspires to write, or you just like to write as a hobby, do not miss that. It's a really, really good interview with a fun writing exercise at the end that Kyle and I also did a pretty good job of embarrassing ourselves doing.
That's
So
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fun.
This whole con is about Nick and I embarrassing ourselves.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of turning into. All right, guys, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.